Greetings, seekers of ancient wisdom and forgotten truths. Welcome to a journey into the heart of traditions, where history whispers and the unseen stirs. Today, we step across a threshold into a time when the world we know intertwines with realms beyond our common sight. For some, it's a day of solemn remembrance. For others, a night when the very fabric of reality becomes impossibly thin. Prepare yourselves, for we are about to delve into the profound significance of November 1st, a day charged with spiritual energy and potent mysticism. November 1st bears many names, each echoing a facet of its unique power. To the Christian world, it is All Saints' Day, a hallowed occasion to honour the countless souls who have achieved sanctity. Yet long before churches graced our landscapes, this day held an even deeper, more primal resonance. It is Samhain, pronounced Samhain, the ancient Celtic festival marking the end of summer's warmth and the solemn ushering in of winter's chill. It's the Celtic New Year, a pivotal moment in the endless dance of seasons when the earth itself seems to hold its breath. It's a period of harvest's end, of drawing inward, and of profound connection to both the living and the departed. In the grand tapestry of spiritual belief, November 1st stands as a powerful intersection. For Christians, All Saints' Day is a feast of celebration, recognising not only canonised saints but all souls in heaven, known and unknown. It's a day when the faithful appeal to these blessed intercessors for guidance, for healing, for protection, and for the strength to navigate life's trials. Families gather, attend special masses, and offer prayers believing that the communion of saints extends beyond the earthly plane, allowing their petitions to reach divine ears. It is a day of hope, of reassurance that spiritual struggle leads to eternal glory. But beneath this veneration lies a deeper, older current, the lingering echoes of Samhain. This pre-Christian festival was rooted in the cycles of nature, a time when the harvest was safely gathered and preparations for the cold, dark months began. It was a liminal time, neither fully summer nor deep winter, a moment between the years. This in-between state was believed to extend to the veil, separating our world from the spirit world. For the ancient Celts, this was the night when the boundaries blurred, allowing spirits, both benevolent and malevolent, to cross over. It was a night of both profound respect for ancestors and deep apprehension for mischievous or harmful entities. This spiritual confluence makes November 1st a day of immense power, where prayer and precaution, remembrance and ritual stand side by side. To truly grasp the essence of November 1st, we must journey back to its very roots, into the heart of a Celtic mythology and early Christian history. Imagine the ancient Celtic lands shrouded in mist as autumn deepened. Life was dictated by the turning wheel of the year, planting, growing, harvesting, and then the long, dark, lean period of winter. Samhain marked the culmination of the harvest and the preparation for survival. It was the new year, a time of endings and beginnings, when the old year died and the new was born. But more profoundly, it was believed to be the night when the veil between the worlds was at its thinnest. The spirits of those who had died in the past year, as well as ancient ancestors, were said to return to their homes, seeking warmth and sustenance, or perhaps to settle unfinished business. Fires were extinguished in hearths to symbolise the death of the old year, and then rekindled from communal bonfires lit on hilltops. These bonfires, massive and roaring, served multiple purposes: to give thanks for the harvest, to ward off evil spirits, and to guide benevolent ancestors home. People would wear masks and costumes, not for fun, but to disguise themselves from wandering spirits who might wish them harm, or even to imitate the spirits themselves, hoping to blend in unnoticed. Animal sacrifices were sometimes made to appease the deities and ensure a good harvest in the coming year, their bones cast into the flames. It was a night of feasting, but also of solemn vigil, knowing that the other world was pressing close. When Christianity spread across Europe, it often assimilated existing pagan festivals, transforming them rather than abolishing them entirely. The Church recognised the deep-seated spiritual significance of these dates. In the 7th century, Pope Boniface V established a day to honour all Christian martyrs, initially on May 13th. Later, in the 8th century, Pope Gregory III moved this observance to November 1st, dedicating it to All Saints. This strategic move effectively Christianized the pagan Samhain, allowing the populace to continue their spiritual observances on this significant date, but within a Christian framework. The veneration of saints replaced the appeasement of nature spirits and ancestors, though many folk traditions and superstitions surrounding the thin veil persisted, morphing into the practices we associate with Halloween and All Saints' Day today. This intricate blend of ancient pagan awe and solemn Christian devotion imbues November 1st with a power that resonates through time. On a day when the boundaries between worlds are permeable, the universe speaks to us in signs and symbols, offering glimpses into our destiny. Pay close attention, for on the day of whispering veils, fate leaves its subtle clues. Folk omens. Weather warnings. If November 1st dawns mild and clear, folklore warns of a harsh, unforgiving winter to come. The earth, it is said, is conserving its warmth now to unleash its fury later. Conversely, if the day is frosty and nippy, a milder winter often follows, as if nature has already spent its chill. Foggy futures. A thick fog on All Saints' Day is considered a potent sign. It means that the spirits of the dead are moving freely amongst us, making their presence felt. If the fog lifts quickly, it's a good omen, signifying peace. If it lingers, it portends uncertainty or restless souls. Rainy riches. Rain on November 1st is often seen as a blessing, symbolizing purification and the washing away of sorrows. Some traditions believe it ensures a bountiful harvest in the coming year as the earth receives spiritual nourishment. Wind's whispers. Pay heed to the wind's direction. A wind blowing from the east is thought to carry news or changes from afar, while a west wind often signifies the arrival of guests or domestic shifts. A strong, blustery wind can indicate unsettled spirits. Acorn abundance. An unusually large crop of acorns earlier in the autumn leading up to November 1st bodes well for the winter. It's a sign of nature's generosity and suggests the coming year will also be one of plenty, indicating a healthy animal population and robust future harvests. Spider sightings. Finding a spider in your home on this day is not a cause for alarm, but rather a subtle message. Spiders are seen as weavers of fate and connectors of realms. A spider descending from the ceiling could signify unexpected news or a visitor from the past. If it scurries across the floor, it might be a warning to be cautious in your dealings. Finding coins. Discovering a coin, especially an old one, on November 1st is considered a highly auspicious omen for financial prosperity. It's believed to be a gift from benevolent spirits or ancestors, a token of their blessing for your future wealth. Keep it as a lucky charm, for it represents enduring fortune. Unexplained drafts. Feel a sudden chill or draft in a room with no open windows? This is often attributed to a passing spirit. It's not necessarily malevolent, but a reminder of the thin veil. Acknowledge it with a quiet thought or prayer for peace. Animal behaviour. Animals, particularly household pets, are thought to be more sensitive to spirit activity. If your pet seems unusually anxious, stares intently at an empty space, or acts skittish without cause, it might be sensing a presence you cannot. Dreams in this night. Dreams on the night of November 1st are believed to be especially potent, carrying messages directly from the spirit world, ancestors, or even glimpses into your own subconscious and future. Interpret them with care, for they are profound. Water. Dreaming of clear flowing water signifies emotional purity, healing and smooth transitions. Turbulent or muddy water, however, suggests inner turmoil or obstacles ahead. A dream of crossing water can symbolize moving from one phase of life to another. Animals. Animals in dreams on this night are often spirit guides or omens. A majestic animal might offer strength or wisdom. A wild, untamed one could warn of hidden dangers or uncontrolled aspects of yourself. A familiar pet living or deceased, brings comfort or a message of protection. Deceased relatives. This is one of the most common and powerful dream symbols on Samhain night. Seeing or speaking with departed loved ones means they are visiting, offering guidance, comfort, or closure. Pay close attention to their words or actions, as they often contain significant advice or warnings for your waking life. Do not fear these visitations. They are usually benevolent. Pas fire. A dream of a warm, controlled fire represents purification, passion, and transformation. A roaring, destructive fire, however, could be a warning of anger, loss, or the need to let go of something that is consuming you. Houses, homes. Dreaming of your childhood home or an unfamiliar house can represent your inner self or your life's journey. A well-maintained house signifies stability. A decaying or haunted house may point to unresolved issues or fears. Doors, thresholds. Dreaming of doors or thresholds emphasizes the liminal nature of the day. Open doors suggest new opportunities or paths. Closed doors represent obstacles or unresolved situations. Passing through a door can signify a major life change. Born on this day. Those born on November 1st, under the potent influence of Samhain and All Saints' Day, are often seen as old souls with a deep connection to the unseen world. They possess a unique blend of intuition, resilience, and a profound understanding of life's cycles. Character. These individuals are typically wise beyond their years, highly intuitive, and possess a natural empathy. They often have a strong spiritual inclination, even if not overtly religious, and a fascination with mysteries and the esoteric. They can be intensely private, reflective, and are often seen as counselors or confidants to others. They possess a quiet strength and an uncanny ability to perceive hidden truths. Destiny. Their life paths are rarely ordinary. They are often drawn to professions that involve healing, psychology, history, arts, or spiritual guidance. They may face periods of profound transformation and challenge, but their inherent resilience allows them to emerge stronger, shedding old skins like the changing seasons. They are natural bridge builders, capable of connecting different perspectives and finding common ground. Their destiny is often tied to helping others navigate their own spiritual journeys or understand the deeper currents of existence. They are said to carry the liminal energy of their birth date, making them natural navigators of change and transition. Name days. As All Saints' Day, November the 1st, honours a multitude of saints, making it a day to celebrate anyone bearing a name associated with holiness or spiritual significance. While an exhaustive list is impossible, common names celebrated could include All, Sant, Saint, Sanctus. More commonly, it's a day to remember the unnamed saints and connect to the virtues they represent. For our purposes, let's consider a name that encapsulates the spiritual depth of this day. Sophia, meaning wisdom in Greek. Those named Sophia, or those embodying the spirit of Sophia, are celebrated today. Sophia represents divine wisdom, a deep, intuitive understanding of the universe and a connection to higher truths. Individuals associated with this name are often seekers of knowledge, deeply reflective, and possess an inner light that guides others towards understanding and enlightenment. They are patient, insightful, and value profound meaning over superficiality. Now let us turn our attention to the ancient practices, the rituals that people performed to honour the day, protect themselves, and peer into the future. These are the traditions born from a deep respect for the power of November 1st. Traditions and rituals, what you must do. 1. Feast of Remembrance, the Dumb Supper. Goal: to honour and invite ancestors to partake in a meal, seeking their blessings and guidance for the coming year, and to offer them comfort and warmth. What you'll need: a full meal, traditional dishes like root vegetables, hearty stews, bread, apples, nuts, an extra place setting at the table, a candle, and water or wine. When and how to conduct. This ritual is traditionally performed after sunset on the evening of October 31st, extending into the early hours of November 1st, or as a solemn dinner on November 1st itself. Prepare a full meal, but set an extra place at the table. This place is for the departed. Begin the meal in silence, hence the name Dumb Supper. No talking, no loud noises. Silently acknowledge your ancestors, inviting them into your home. Place a small portion of each dish on the extra plate. Light a candle at this setting. As you eat, reflect on memories of those who have passed, silently asking for their protection and wisdom. Text of invocation, silent or whispered. Spirits of my ancestors, beloved dead, you who walk this earth before me, I welcome you to my hearth. Share this feast, feel our love, and may your wisdom guide my path. What to do after? The food on the ancestors' plate should not be consumed by the living. Instead, it should be left out overnight, perhaps under a tree or at a crossroads, for nature's creatures, or returned to the earth. Do not leave it to spoil inside the house after the night. This ensures that the spirits have been properly honoured and dismissed. This act symbolically returns the energy of the offering to the earth and the cycle of life and death. 2. Home protection and cleansing ritual. Goal: to cleanse the home of any negative energies or mischievous spirits that may have crossed the veil, and to create a protective barrier against future harm. What you'll need: coarse salt, dried rosemary or sage, iron objects like nails or old keys, a white candle, and a small bowl of fresh water. When and how to conduct. This is best done in the morning of November 1st or at dusk before inviting any spiritual energy. Begin by physically cleaning your home. Once clean, light the white candle in the centre of your main living space, visualising its pure light filling the room. Take the salt and sprinkle a fine line across all doorways and windowsills, both inside and out. As you do this, state your intention. Next, burn a small amount of dried rosemary or sage, allowing its smoke to purify each room, paying special attention to corners and dark spaces. Place small iron objects near the main entry points of your home, under the doormat, above the doorframe. Iron is traditionally believed to repel malevolent entities. Text of intention, as you sprinkle salt. By earth and salt, by fire and light, this home is blessed, protected, and made bright. No harm shall enter, no ill shall stay, all darkness banished, beginning this day. What to do after? Allow the candle to burn down completely, safely, in a holder. The salt lines can remain for 3 days, then swept away and disposed of outside. The iron objects can stay permanently as guardians. 3. Apple divination for love and future. Goal: to gain insight into future relationships, particularly marriage, or to divine overall look for the coming year. What you'll need: 1 whole, unblemished apple, a sharp knife, a mirror, and a candle. When and how to conduct. This ritual is traditionally performed on the evening of October 31st into November 1st. In a quiet room, by candlelight, carefully peel an apple in one continuous strip without breaking it. This requires patience and a steady hand. Once peeled, throw the long strip of peel over your left shoulder. The shape it forms on the floor is said to reveal the initial of your future spouse. Another method involves cutting the apple in half horizontally to reveal the star shape of its core. Count the seeds. An even number signifies an upcoming wedding. An odd number indicates delay. If a seed is cut, beware of bad luck in love. For a broader divination, sit before a mirror with a candle. Eat the apple slowly, gazing into the mirror. Some believe you might catch a glimpse of your future beloved, or see symbols relating to your destiny in the reflection. What to do after? The apple peel and core can be composted, returning their energy to the earth. The insights gained should be meditated upon, but not taken as absolute certainties, rather as guideposts. 4. Traditional culinary offerings, soul cakes and barmbrack. Goal: to nourish the body and the soul, to offer symbolic sustenance to the spirits, and to incorporate elements of divination and community. What you'll need: ingredients for simple shortbread like soul cakes: flour, butter, sugar, spices like nutmeg and cinnamon, or a traditional fruit bread like barmbrack: flour, yeast, sugar, dried fruit and small charms, a ring, a thimble, a coin. When and how to prepare. These are typically baked on October 31st or November 1st. Soul cakes are small, round cakes often marked with a cross, reminiscent of a simple bread offered to the poor or to soulless, who would go door to door singing prayers for the dead in exchange for these treats. Barmbrack is a rich, yeasted fruit bread, often containing hidden charms. When baking barmbrack, carefully wrap a small ring, for marriage, a thimble, for a spinster, bachelor, and a coin, for wealth, in parchment paper and bake them into the loaf. Serving and symbolism. Serve soul cakes to visitors, or leave a few out as an offering for ancestors. For barmbrack, each person takes a slice, and the charm found predicts their fortune for the year ahead. The ring foretells marriage, the thimble signifies a life of solitude or career focus, and the coin promises prosperity. What to do after. Enjoy these treats in community or in quiet contemplation. The act of sharing and consuming these symbolic foods connects us to generations past and to the hopes for the future. Now, a word of caution. On a day when the veil between worlds is so thin, it is crucial to understand not only what to do, but what not to do. Ignoring these ancient prohibitions can invite misfortune, anger unseen forces, or disturb the delicate balance of the spiritual realm. Listen closely to these warnings, for they are born of centuries of folk wisdom. The main taboos of the day: what you must not do. 1. Do not mock or provoke spirits. This is perhaps the most fundamental taboo. Given that spirits are believed to be close, treating the occasion as mere jest or attempting to deliberately provoke ghostly encounters can have serious repercussions. According to folklore, mocking or disrespecting the spirits, whether benevolent ancestors or more mischievous entities, invites their wrath or their lingering presence. Consequences can range from unexplained bad luck, strange noises in your home, broken objects, or even persistent feelings of unease or illness. The belief is that on this day, they are particularly sensitive and powerful, and their displeasure is not to be taken lightly. 2. Do not open doors or windows carelessly after dark. As the sun sets on November 1st, it is advised to keep external doors and windows securely closed, unless performing a specific protective ritual. The thinning veil means that simply leaving an opening unattended can act as an invitation for unwanted entities to enter your home. These might not be malevolent but simply lost, curious, and their lingering presence can cause discomfort, strange occurrences, or drain your home's energy. If you must open a door, do so quickly and with a clear intention of who you are allowing in, or burning protective herbs nearby. 3. Do not speak ill of the dead. On a day dedicated to honouring those who have passed, speaking unkindly or disrespectfully of anyone deceased is a grave offence in many traditions. It is believed that the spirits of the dead are particularly attuned to our thoughts and words on this day. Such negative talk can anger them, causing their restless spirit to trouble you, your family, or your home with misfortune, nightmares, or a sense of haunting. Even if you hold ill will towards a departed individual, this is not the day to voice it. Instead, offer a silent prayer for their peace, for your own sake. 4. Do not forget to honour your ancestors. Neglecting to acknowledge or honour your lineage on this significant day is considered a failure to uphold your connection to your roots and the protective blessings of your forebears. Failing to light a candle, set out a small offering, or simply remember them in quiet contemplation can lead to a feeling of being disconnected, unprotected, or experiencing a general lack of luck. Ancestors are believed to offer guidance and protection, and to forget them is to sever that vital link. 5. Do not do heavy labour or work in the fields. Just as with many sacred days, November 1st is traditionally a day of rest from strenuous physical labour, especially agricultural work. It is believed that the earth itself is in a transitional, sacred state. Disturbing the land with ploughing or sowing on this day can anger the nature spirits or the spirits of the land, leading to a poor harvest in the coming year or causing unforeseen difficulties in your labours. It is a day for spiritual introspection, not for mundane toil. 6. Do not loan money or valuable possessions. On a day when energies are shifting and the future is uncertain, it is considered unwise to loan money or valuable possessions. Doing so, according to folk beliefs, can lead to financial losses, difficulties in getting your possessions back, or a general draining of your own prosperity. The liminal energy of the day makes financial transactions risky, as if your good fortune could easily pass through the thin veil with the borrowed item. Better to keep your resources close and make no significant financial decisions. 7. Do not sweep dust out of the house after sunset. This is a common and powerful household taboo. Sweeping dust or dirt out of your home after the sun has gone down on November 1st is believed to sweep away your luck, your prosperity, and even the benevolent spirits of your ancestors who might be visiting. The dust and debris of your home are seen as containing the essence and energy of its inhabitants. To sweep it out carelessly is to invite emptiness and loss. If you must clean, do so before sunset, or sweep the dust into a pile and collect it in a dustpan for disposal the next day. 8. Do not refuse food or hospitality to visitors or beggars. In earlier times, solars would go door to door, offering prayers for the dead in exchange for food. Refusing these individuals or anyone seeking hospitality on November 1st was considered an act of great unkindness and could bring misfortune. Some believed that these beggars or visitors could be spirits in disguise, testing your generosity. Turning them away was seen as turning away a blessing, inviting hunger or ill fortune upon your own household. Always offer at least a small kindness. 9. Do not turn away stray animals. On this mystical day, some traditions believe that spirits can occasionally manifest or travel in the form of animals. A stray cat, dog, or even a bird seeking refuge might not be just an animal, but a sign, a messenger, or even a lost soul. Turning away such an animal is considered disrespectful to the unseen world and could bring bad luck or even anger the spirits who might be using the animal as a vessel. Offer some food or water, or at least a kind word, and let them pass peacefully. 10. Do not start new ventures or make major life decisions. The liminal nature of November 1st, a day between the years, suggests that the energies are chaotic and unsettled. Starting a new business, beginning a new relationship, moving to a new home, or making any significant life-altering decision on this day is often considered ill-advised. Such ventures are believed to be prone to failure or difficulty, as they lack a solid foundation when the world itself is in flux. It's a day for reflection, completion, and honouring the past, not for forging uncertain paths into the future. Wait until the spiritual energies have settled, as the whispers of the past fade and the echoes of ancient beliefs settle. We are reminded of the profound wisdom embedded in our traditions. November 1st, the Day of Whispering Veils, is more than just a date on the calendar. It is a portal, a sacred pause, inviting us to connect with our roots, honour the continuum of life and death, and to walk through our days with a deeper awareness of the unseen forces that shape our world. May your path be blessed, your spirit guided, and your heart open to the mysteries that surround us all. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and always remember the magic that lies just beyond the veil.